with proportions. Now what we're going to do is solve a couple of proportions where it's involving an extra step. So remembering that when we work on cross multiplying and dividing, we're still going to do that, but what we're going to end up doing today is we're going to end up, or in this part of the lesson, is instead of just having a y here, we're going to be adding a step in that. So we're still going to do that cross multiply divide. And the reason that I have this set up the way that I do is I want you to realize that when we worked early on cross products, the beginning of this chapter, we always found or knew that they were proportional when we found that the products were the same when we did cross products. So here, if I did my cross multiply or my cross products, well, 9 times 17, see, 9 times 17 is going to give me 153. And that's going to be equal to 3 times y, which is 3y. So I know we're probably not going to set them up this way, but this is what we're going to be doing, is we're going to be doing that cross multiply divide, only we're going to find out that we have to do one additional step. And like here, we are going to have to divide by 3 to get y by itself to find out what that y is. So 153 divided by 3 is going to give me 51. So I just found out that y equals 51. Now when I check my cross products, it's going to go ahead and give me the same answer of 153 for both of those. Okay, but we're going to change it up a little bit and have some different numbers in there, or numbers with letters. Okay, so here's our first one. So we're going to do our cross products. So we're going to still do that cross multiply, and then we're going to divide by the one that does not have the letter involved. So on here, I'm going to punch on my calculator 14 times 4 divided by 8. Okay, and that's going to give me what this has to equal. So I'm going to actually write this down here, k plus 3 equals, and when I do that cross multiply divide, I'm going to just write that answer behind that equal sign. So 14 times 4, divide that answer by 8, and when I do that, I get 7. So I just found out that the k plus 3 equals 7. So to get k by itself, minus 3, k equals 4. Most common made mistake. Kids will think that the answer of 7 is what k should be. But remember, it's the letter plus 3 equals that 7. So make sure that you're doing that second step, because that's the most common made mistake. Okay. Let's try this one. So same concept. We're going to cross multiply, divide. So I'm going to find out that 2x equals that cross multiplying divide. So 9 times 5 is 45 divided by 15 gives me 3. And if you need to use the calculator, you can do that. So now I have 2 times x equals 3. So to get x by itself, right now it's multiplying. So we're going to divide by 2. Divide by 2. X equals 3 divided by 2, which is 1.5. Whoops. Or 1.5. Okay. So same concept, still using that cross multiply divide, only now we're going to solve that final step. So this is where we start saying that cross multiply and solve. Okay, so now go ahead and try this one. And you can use your calculator to go through and start the process. Once you do your calculator part, remember it's 6c equals whatever you get. So you should have gotten 6c equals 36, and then divide by 6. Divide by 6, we just found out that c equals 6. Okay, so let's try one more. Okay, go ahead and do this one on your own. Remember, cross multiply where your letter or your variable is not involved. You should have gotten m equals 10 because the m plus 10 equaled the 20. So then you had to subtract 10. And last one. So go ahead and do this one and then check your work. Okay, we should have gotten z equals 15. Okay, don't forget that final step of isolating the variable. Okay, well, that's it for this part of the lesson. So good luck. And just remember, when you've got more than one step, it's a cross multiply and then solve. So make sure that you're doing those final steps of adding and subtracting or multiplying and dividing to isolate that variable.